We have with us Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, who's joining us from Sterling, Virginia. He is a military expert and a senior fellow for defense priorities. He was also the host of the show Daniel Davis Deep Dive on YouTube. Welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Davis, let's just start off with, of course, we have given a roundup of the capabilities of the drone, but this is a drone that the US has used extensively in several missions. If you can give us a roundup of how exactly this can enhance the surveillance capabilities or attack capabilities of any nation which possesses these drones.
Well, there's a number of things. Number one, it's very reliable. These aircraft can operate and continue to be in the air. They have long endurance times. They don't break down, especially if they're maintained properly, but they don't break down very often. So you can rely on them going up there. Their capabilities, though, is probably the biggest issue. As you pointed out, they can fly up to 40,000 feet, which is above what only a handful of nations on the earth can even reach with anti-air missiles. So they're also very secure and can just loiter in place for a long period of time. The optics are exceptional. And then, of course, the payloads for those that have the arming capabilities to launch weapon systems is also quite substantial. And it's actually also quite better than even a lot of the higher end fighter jets, because it can loiter for a long period of time. You don't have to have a pilot, obviously, in the air, and the thing can stay up for many hours, which a pilot ordinarily couldn't do, and it doesn't use as much fuel. So really, any way you want to look at this gives you enhanced reconnaissance capabilities and superior strike capabilities.
Right, Lieutenant Colonel Davis, I in fact want to understand this better. What kind of tactical advantage do these drones provide on land and sea, also when used with Hellfire missiles, in fact?
Yeah, because one of the things that these aircraft can do in the reconnaissance role is it identifies targets. It can also, depending on the package array, it can laze targets and designate for other munitions. So you can fire potentially a Hellfire missile from another platform, and then this drone can help guide it onto its target. So it just gives more flexibility to the Joint Force Commander in any given spot, that they can use many things to bring to bear on a single enemy target.
Lieutenant Colonel Davis, I just wanted to understand a little more about the Hellfire missile. We saw the way, it is known to be absolutely precise in terms of where it strikes and who it strikes. Is that kind of capability possible across larger distances as well? Is that how capable the Hellfire missile is?
It does, yeah. That's one of the definite advantages of the capabilities of that missile system, because they're extremely accurate, and they can be fired from a long distance away. So that gives standoff capability, because the further you can fire it, and we've even seen some similar kinds of things from the Russian side, frankly, in the Russia-Ukraine war, where many of their missiles can fire beyond the range of the air defense capabilities of the Ukraine side, so that the platforms that actually fire the missiles don't have to worry about return fire. Now, then you have an aircraft that can fly up to 40,000 feet above, that can have reconnaissance and can actually help designate the target. Then obviously that gives you even more security in firing those missiles from the long range and keeping your forces safe.
All right, that was Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis joining us on World DNA. You can check him out on his show, Daniel Davis Deep Dive on YouTube. Always a pleasure having you here with us, sir.